Switch to H&R Block this semester and don't just file your taxes. File free.
When your hotel room is your bedroom, and your living room, and your dining room,
With the American Express Gold Card, every day is gold.
What is up, everybody, and welcome to tonight's stream. I said tonight, but I meant today. I'm so used to streaming at night. What's up, everybody? Happy Saturday. Hope everybody's having a great Saturday so far. It is currently 1:15, and we are playing more Trails from Zero, guys. Finally getting into Chapter 1 after that very, very long prologue. I think it was like 5 hours long. Alright, here we go.
お疲れ様。今月も大変だったわね。
何？いつものことだ。
It's fine. Nothing new, as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, I'm here regarding my payment. No problem. Via IBC as usual, I assume? Look, seeing as I'm the one giving you all these requests, I'm sure I'm the last person to talk to. But maybe you should consider reducing your workload just a teensy bit. I can only imagine how lonely poor Shizuku must be. Whoops, sorry. I said I wouldn't bring this up anymore, didn't I? Oh, that reminds me. Headquarters contacted me again. They keep bugging me to get you to accept the offer. Are they seriously still at it? I've rejected their offer numerous times already. How many more will it take? Well, can you blame them? I'm sure they're just desperate to find someone to fill the gaping hole Cassius Bright left when he quit. Didn't you two train under the same master? You're basically equals when you look at your stats with the guild, so hurry up and accept already. While that may be true on paper, we're completely different people. Unlike Cassius, I haven't solved any conflicts on an international scale. To be honest, even being considered his equal is far more than I deserve. Oh, don't give me any of that. We both know it isn't true. What about that case in Remiferia? The Grand Prince himself presented you with a Medal of Honor. If you ask me, there's more than enough of qualification. I have to disagree. I never truly resolved the issue. I may have prevented the immediate disaster, but the masterminds responsible are still out there. I'd actually intended to refuse the medal. Gosh, Arios. You're a regular stick in the mud, you know that? Come on, accepting that promotion will drop your workload a bit. You've done over 100 requests this month alone, for ADO's sake. That can't be healthy. Well, I certainly don't feel like I bit off more than I could chew. Traveling for work isn't nearly as strenuous, now that there are more trains and flights coming in and out of the city. And besides, those two bracers transferring here should reduce my workload a bit. Oh, you mean those kiddies? I suppose you're right. They may be rookies, but I see a lot of potential in them. And at the very least, they'll be more dependable than those kids in the special support section. Hey, what's up, buddy? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Yeah, finally Chapter 1. Cassius Bright is Estelle and Joshua's father, yeah. Oh, would you speak of the devil? Come on in, we're upstairs. Oh, the second floor? Gotcha. Thanks for having us. This is Estelle and Joshua. Knew it! He went to get milk and spent the whole game trying to find him. Holy smokes! Arios is here too? I'm glad we managed to catch up while you were in. Yes, it's quite a lucky coincidence. It's been 3 months or so, hasn't it? I'm glad to see you're both doing well. I never managed to see you two transfer into our little branch. This is just fantastic. Now that you're both here, we'll have Crossbell cleaned up in no time flat. We may be good, but we're not that good. We'll do our best to live up to your expectations. Oh, but where are our manners? We should officially introduce ourselves. Estelle Bright, Senior Bracer. And Joshua Bright, also a senior bracer. Officially reporting for duty at the Bracers Guild Crossbell branch. Like the new Joshua design. Chapter 1, Afternoon of the Wolves. Have you seen the movie? You know there's a Trails in the Sky movie, right? The movie's really good. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the movie's on like Crunchyroll and Hulu, I think. But it's really good. It's in Japanese, but there's subtitles. Yeah, I think you have to finish all 3 games before you watch the movie. I'm pretty sure. Before we go ahead and continue Chapter 1, though, I do want to talk about the 3-year stream anniversary. So, February 17th. Why won't they go on Steam Deck? I think they're pretty soon. I think they're eventually going to announce remasters of those 3 games. I'm pretty sure. We'll see, but I know that Falcom is currently working on some remasters and remakes, but I'm pretty sure that they're going to show up pretty soon. But February 17th is our 3-year stream anniversary of me being Twitch affiliate for 3 years. So we're going to do a bunch of multiplayer games. We're going to do some Jackbox games. We're going to play some Mario Kart. There's going to be some giveaways. So that's about 2 weeks away. It's on a Saturday. I'm going to try to go for like a 5 to 6 hour stream that day. We'll probably start earlier in the day and end that evening sometime. But if you guys have any suggestions that you want, any suggestions for anything for us to play, or any giveaway ideas, or anything like that, go ahead and send them to me in Discord. You can even send them to me in chat if you want. And we can discuss it. I got 2 weeks to kind of iron out everything. The chief sure is late. I'd like to start our morning meeting soon if we can. I really don't think we can begin without him. Ugh. I would have slept in if I knew we'd just been waiting around. Waking up at noon, hitting the casino, letting the good times roll to the wee hours, that's the life. Typical Randy. The life of a hopeless... What is that word? Reprobate? Sorry I'm late, everyone. He's always got that cigar in his mouth. Chief Sergey. Good morning, sir. Good morning. Shall we start the meeting now? No need. Just got a call from HQ. You guys have been assigned to a special mission today. Congrats. He looks so excited. A special mission? I'm getting some bad vibes already. Is it similar to the previous one? Don't look at me, they didn't give me any details. You'll have to go to the main CPD building to find out yourself. Your client will be waiting for you there. Well, here we are again for another visit with Vice Commissioner Jackass. I can only imagine what he wants to bitch at us about this time. Remember that we were told this was about a client waiting for us. I think it's safe to say he didn't call us here to complain. I have a sinking feeling he will find a reason to scold us regardless. I know what you mean. We can't let it get to us, though. Lloyd Bannings reporting in. The special support section has arrived. Come in. Excuse us. The Crossbell Guardian Force, right? Aw, hell. My. Is that how you greet a former superior officer, Randy Orlando? Care to elaborate on any hidden meanings behind the outburst of yours? Oh, no, I was just, surprised to see you here, that's all. Do you two know each other? Your reaction is that of a man with a guilty conscience. Show some respect, you four. This here is Lieutenant Colonel Sonia Bales, Deputy Commander of the CGF. Me when I see Molly out in the wild, that's hilarious. Deputy Commander of the Guardian Force? Please forgive our misbehavior. Lieutenant Colonel is one of the higher ranks in the military chain of command. She is that distinguished? I can't talk today. Oh, you have no freaking idea. She is the CGF's second in command after all. Taking into account her expertise and how much pull she's got in the force, she might as well be in charge. At ease, detectives. So you're the SSS I've heard so much about. Yes, ma'am. We were told you were looking to submit a support request with us. Is that right? You should feel honored, rookies. It's unheard of for useless greenhorns like yourselves to be called upon by the Deputy Commander herself. Vice Commissioner Peer. Allow me to handle it from here. But, understood. I'll leave it in your capable hands, ma'am. Thank you. Yeah, shut the jackass up. We don't like him. Allow me to formally introduce myself. My name is Sonia Bales, Deputy Commander of the Crossbell Guardian Force. I came here to ask the SSS to lend us your expertise on a particular matter. Let us begin with a brief overview of the situation. An investigation of monster attacks? That's correct, Detective. Several locations throughout Crossbell have reported similar cases of monster attacks over the past month. We'd like for your division's cooperation in investigating the matter. Wait just a moment, please. You want us to investigate attacks that have been happening outside of Crossbell City? Do you take issue with that? No, ma'am, not at all. Ma'am, if I'm not mistaken, the CGF is already conducting its own investigation into the matter, correct? Considering that, is there even room for us to help? Yes, plenty in fact. TurboTax jump scared you? You gotta love those ads. Too many questions remain unanswered to write these off as ordinary monster attacks. As much as I'd hate to admit, our investigators have hit a dead end. Therefore, I'm hoping the investigation will benefit from a different point of view. A different point of view? A trained detective, to be exact. One that will differ greatly from a guardsman's. By that reasoning, however, I wouldn't specifically need the SSS. I could have, for example, gone to the renowned 1st Division for their assistance instead. I would love to introduce you to them, but as you know, they are preoccupied with their duties. As you can see, a number of unforeseen circumstances have led us to seeking the aid of the SSS. Are there any objections? No, ma'am. We'll gladly accept your request and aid you in your ongoing investigation. How exactly would you like us to assist? Sergeant Major Seeker. Yes, ma'am. Here you are. Oh, thank you. Wait, huh? She seems... Is there something wrong? I'm fine, my apologies. I can't help but feel like I've seen her somewhere before. A report? It appears to be a case file from the CGF. Correct, it contains all of our findings thus far. We prefer if you began your investigation having only read that file. Doing so will eliminate unwanted bias from your work.
なるほど。そういうことであれば。
In that case, we'll look through it as soon as we're done here. We'll leave it in your capable hands. Well, I suppose we'll have to excuse ourselves for now. We'll establish a direct line of communication with the SSS, so don't hesitate to contact us if you discover anything.
了解しました。
Roger.
副局長。どうも
My apologies for the disturbance, Vice Commissioner.
また遠慮なく。
No, no, not at all. Feel free to drop by my office anytime.
どうやら結構。
Looks like you're a bit more comfortable with your current work, Randy. Well, you know,
国境監視
I'd say the work here is more thrilling than staring at the border and doing drills all day.
それは結構。私も紹介。
Good to hear. I'm glad my efforts to transfer to you were worth it.
ノエル、行くわよ。
Let's head out, Seeker. Roger.
それでは失礼します。
I'll be taking my leave.
やれや
Man, oh man.
ひょっとして警備隊での上
So she was your superior officer back in the Guardian Force, Randy?
いや直接
Sure
の
was.
直感じゃない
She wasn't my direct boss, though.
軍事演習
She just gave me a bunch of tips and pointers for our training and drill sessions. Don't let her gorgeous looks fool you. You cross that lady and bam, full nightmare mode. She'll scare the piss right out of you.
ランディさんの場合は
Knowing Randy, I can only assume his terrible work ethic set her off multiple occasions.
そうね
I could absolutely see that happening.
性問題で
He has a knack for getting in trouble with women. On that note,
付き添っていた女性隊員の
do you know that girl that was accompanying the deputy commander, Randy? Nah, never seen her before.
副司令が任されている
I bet a pretty mirror that she's in the Tangram Gate division of the CGF. Those guys assist Deputy Commander Bales with her work.
そういやお前
Oh, wait a sec.
気にしてたみたいだな
Just tell me, don't tell me you've taken a fancy to her. Well, Lloyd, was it love at first sight? Well? What? No. It was nothing like that. I just had a strange feeling that I had met her somewhere before. Oh, right. How much longer do you rookies plan to take up space in my precious office, spewing this pointless drivel? Don't tell me. Is this a plot by that good-for-nothing Sergei to have you come in here to humiliate me?
いやそん
No, sir, definitely not.
その失礼しました
We're terribly sorry, sir. Please forgive our rudeness. Go on, get out of here. To think that every single one of you ignored my warning. You should know full well what awaits you then. Well, hey now. Whatever. Enjoy that little investigation of yours out in the wilderness. I'm sure it'll be a fun little camping trip. Why don't we transfer your entire team to the Guardian Force while we're at it? We can boot that damn Sergei out along with you.
失礼します
If you'll excuse us.
たく嫌みったらしい野郎だな
Ugh. Vice Commissioner Jackass strikes again. I swear, as soon as I step in there and see that dumb tuft of hair on his forehead, my blood pressure spikes.
耳栓が欲しかった
A pathetic attempt to stave off a receding hairline.
今のは私
I suppose we were being disrespectful in front of him. However, that doesn't warrant his condescendingly vulgar tone with us. Let's just try to forget about him for now, guys. We should head back to the SSS building and go through his report.
操作方針を決めて動き
After that, we need to decide on the direction our investigation should take.
そうね
Right, Lieutenant Colonel Bales gave the impression these weren't ordinary monster attacks. I am curious to see what she meant when she said too many questions remain unanswered. This is worse than I thought.
本当に各地で起きてるの
So it really is happening everywhere.
ないみたいだけど
It seems most of these incidents haven't been reported by the media yet, though.
なるほどな
Yeah, there's something fishy going on, no question.
ただの魔獣被害じゃなさそう
They're definitely not your typical monster attacks. Do we know whether or not these wolf-like monsters are native to Crossbell?
さすがにちょっとわからない
I'm not sure, actually. But clear paw prints were found at the scene of each incident. So I think it's safe to say creatures like this exist and are in the area.
警備隊
But the Guardian Force's investigation still hasn't confirmed their existence,
それ
right?
がちょっと気になるけど
That's a little concerning. For real, these monsters must be pretty damn crafty if they're able to pull off all these attacks without ever being seen. I mean, shouldn't they have hired some kind of hunter to track them down instead? Probably so. I'm not certain we will be able to contribute much to this case. Lloyd, what's the matter? Did that ace detective light bulb of yours start flickering again? Not exactly. I was just thinking. I know these are monster attacks, but why don't we treat this as we would any other investigation? Well, I suppose the deputy commander did say she wanted a detective's point of view. Should we search for clues as per usual? Yeah, and if we treat this series of attacks as all being part of one large case, who would be our culprit? Obviously, these wolf-like creatures that the report mentioned, right? Sounds like a pack of them's been moving together. True, and with that in mind, what would the profile and motive of the culprits be? Huh? Motive? Oh, I understand now. You're saying that a motive isn't apparent from these reports. Exactly. If these monsters are as intelligent as we suspect, they would typically stay away from populated areas. If the motive was hunger, the medical college would be the last place they'd look for food. There has to be some hidden truth that explains their seemingly irrational behavior. Logically speaking, that does make sense. I suppose we've settled on a direction for our investigation then. I think so. We'll start by visiting the affected areas and gathering information from anyone connected to the incident. By doing things our way, we'll be able to supply the CGF with some supplementary info at the very least. I agree. Every little clue and lead we can find will go toward helping the Guardian Force. Whew, that's a relief. Here I was thinking we'd be spending the day blindly hunting monsters in the mountains. So, Lloyd, where do you suggest we begin our investigation? Let's see. How about we start with Amorica Village, the first place that was attacked? Considering that the Amorica report was the most detailed, maybe we'll be able to gather enough clues to start profiling them, building a profile for the monsters. That sounds like a good start. Amorica Village is northeast of Crossbell City, right? Yeah. We should be able to get there by taking the bus from the east exit. And needless to say, this is our first mission outside the city. We don't know what we're heading into, so let's make sure we leave well prepared. Makes sense? To be safe, we should check any new support requests that we have come in too. And that's exactly what we're doing first, is support requests. Overdue book retrieval. Sounds boring, but okay. Hunting for ingredients. Assistance with a new service. Okay, so for that one we need to go to the library. Let's see. We need to go to Morges, the bakery on West Street for that one, and this one we need to go to the IBC. Okay. So before we leave, we're going to work on some of these quests first. Hey Lloyd, back again already? You in the mood to chow down some bread? Not quite. Instead of chowing down, don't you think we have something else to attend to? You sent a request to the SSS, right? Did I? Please notify any other Oscars on the premises of our arrival. Tio's so hilarious. Come on, Oscar, we're on the job here. Oh yeah, I remember now. I wanted to see if you guys could help me gather some ingredients for a new kind of bread. Our usual supplier's been running late, so we're kind of low on stock. Ah, gotcha. Well, you certainly can't bake without any ingredients. You can say that again. So you guys mind lending me a hand? If that's all there is to it, you can leave it to us, Oscar. So what kind of ingredients are you looking for? Well, I've got plenty of butter and flour. I want you to gather 4 pieces of fish fillet and 3 monster eggs if you're up to the challenge. That's it? We can snatch those up right on the outskirts of the city, no sweat. That's convenient. We'll try gathering them as we deal with the other support requests. I hear you guys are collecting ingredients for Oscar, is that right? So unfair. What's wrong? I'm trying to create a new kind of bread for the bakery too. Why is Oscar the only one that gets the special support treatment? She seems upset over, well, I'm not so sure. Well, if you ask me, it sounds like she's big rivals with our buddy Oscar over there. Maybe she's worked up over giving us the competition at hand with this request. Sheesh, so that falls on us? Hold on, is this about... Excuse me, we heard about the delayed delivery. Did you need some help with that? We'd be more than happy to bring you some ingredients too if you'd like. Really? Then 2 monster eggs, please. Try to hurry, okay? I need to finish this bread before Oscar beats me to the punch. Of course, we'll do our best to help. He can be surprisingly smooth, can't he? Something up, guys? Nothing. Nothing at all. Okay, so this one request turned into 2. So now we need to get 6 monster eggs. Okay, so now we need to go to the IBC. Actually, let's go to the Orbital store first. Ah, wasted all on Lloyd's. That's okay. It's okay. At least Lloyd's got almost all of his slots open. It's fine. I don't care. Can always come back later and open more. Let's see here. Oh, here's the library. Hi again, Uncle Miles. Ah, Lloyd, it's good to see you. Have you come to borrow more books? Actually, we're here for your request. I believe you sent a request to the SSS for help, right? You were asking for help to locate and retrieve some overdue books. By golly, you're right. I did submit a request like that, didn't I? Let's get to it, shall we? Allow me to explain the details. Yeah, of course. Splendid. You're doing me a huge favor. You see, several of our patrons have yet to bring in their overdue books. I'd like for you to locate and return them to me. Understood. Doesn't sound too bad to me. Sure. Do you have their addresses? Yep, that information is tied to their library cards. Give me a moment to bring it up for you. The first person is Faye, who lives in Belheim Apartments on West Street. Next, we have Clarice from Acacia Apartments on East Street. Lastly, we have Raymond from the CPD headquarters in the Administrative District. Raymond? You must stop embarrassing us. I'm sorry, Uncle. I wasn't expecting someone from the force to lack punctuality. Don't worry about it. I was just hoping that the reader was so engrossed in the contents of their book that they simply forgot to return it on time. I sense that your hopes are highly unlikely. There are quite a number of people out there who pay no regard to the rules. What the hell are you looking at me like that for? No reason. Anyway, our objective is clear. We'll retrieve those books for you ASAP. Great, thank you. Please return to me once you've collected all 3 books. I'm counting on you, Lloyd. Alright, so this should be a fairly easy request. So we'll go ahead and go to the CPD and get the book from Raymond. How's it going, Detective Raymond? Oh, if it isn't the SSS, you guys got some business at HQ to tend to? I'll admit, you got guts playing dumb like this, as if we'd be fooled by your little act. But we see right through you, Raymond. The real culprit here is you. What? Randy, cool it with the pranks, okay? It was not even clever. Oh, come on. I'm a police officer, aren't I? I had to pull out that line at least once in my life, you know? What's he going on about? Sorry about that, Detective Raymond. We're here because of a request from the library. You wouldn't happen to have an overdue library book, would you? Oh, crap. Now that you mention it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have one. Yeah, yeah. So, Detective Raymond, did you perhaps misplace the book of yours? No, I don't think so. Why the uncertainty, then? I'll go look for it. Whew, I managed to find it. Here you go. Women Who Changed the World. Thank goodness. Really left us in suspense there, Raymond. Though I have to ask, what inspired you to check out this particular book? To my knowledge, it's a pretty extensive account of historical female figures and the incredible feats they've accomplished. Yeah, well, when I saw the title, I thought I was checking out a photo album with a bunch of hot chicks from across the continent. Of course he did. After I cracked the thing open and I realized that was definitely not that, I kind of just left it in my drawer and forgot about it. I do not think the library is the right place to search for that kind of book. Well, we got the book back, so that's all's well that ends well. We appreciate your cooperation, Detective Raymond. Anytime, guys. Oh, so he wanted a dirty book and got a historical book instead. Interesting. Okay, so now we got that book. So now we need to go to... Actually, we need to go back to West Street. We'll just stop at the IBC first, though. Oh, now this is a surprise. It's been quite a while, hasn't it, Miss MacDowell? Huh? Are you acquainted, Elie? Hello, Lanfei. I guess it's Lanfei. Indeed, it has been a while. I haven't seen you since you returned from your studies abroad. Oh, yes, that reminds me. Would you like me to inform Miss Croy of your arrival? She's currently overseeing Michelin's operations, but I'm sure she'd rush back if I notified her you were here. I'm glad to hear that Belle's still keeping herself busy. That's okay, though. I'm not here to discuss anything important with her today. I'll visit her another day when I have the chance. Is that so? I'll send her your regards then. I can hear you, you know. Aren't we here to get the work done, Lloyd? Oh yeah, you're right. We are. Oops, got a bit sidetracked. Please allow me to introduce ourselves. We're members of the CPD's SSS. I believe we received a request from the IBC for help. Oh, is that what this is all about? My apologies. I'll explain the details to you immediately. Great, thank you. You may have read about it in the finance section of the paper already, but the IBC will soon be rolling out a new service to exchange Sepith. Essentially, our service will allow patrons to exchange Sepith at a higher rate than the average market value. So you're offering to cough up more dough than your everyday shop? Man, talk about a deluxe treatment. The service's purpose is to amass a large reservoir of Sepith due to the scarcity of natural septium. The IBC is unparalleled when it comes to designing simple yet effective initiatives. You flatter us. However, to counteract theft and Sepith counterfeiting, we've limited the service to IBC members for the time being. Our main goal right now is to make it so that we can store the Sepith in our terminals. We'd like for you to help us beta test this feature, hence the request. Sounds good. What exactly do we need to do? Great, first things first, please take this card with you. You'll need to present the card to me here in order to perform an exchange. Additionally, for this beta test, we need you to exchange a specific amount of Sepith. 30 of each type of Sepith should be sufficient. 30 of each type? Got it. Sounds cool. Let's give it a spin. Oh, by the way, there's no requirement for us to deposit them all at the same time. We can turn it in little by little while we take a break from other requests. I don't think I have enough currently. Let me see. Actually, I only need a little bit more of the earth and water, and that should have enough. So I'll have to come back after I get that. But it shouldn't take too long. Well then, everything seems to be running smoothly. Thanks again. You've been a great help, Chief. This kind of algorithm is especially challenging. Is that? I've not seen you in some time, Chief. That voice. Oh, well if it isn't Tio. How are you doing these days? Chief, is this man your boss? That is correct. He's my direct boss and the chief of the Orbital Staff Development Division. He specializes in orbital computer networking and acts as the head of the Epstein Foundation's Crossbell branch. I suppose you could call him my supervisor. Everything appears to be running smoothly at that new division of the CPD. It's quite relieved to see you doing well. But why don't you ever come by to deliver the reports, Tio? I'm quite worried about you. Is that the official explanation behind your gracious delivery of an orbital staff to the weapon shop for me? You know, now that I think about it, Wendy mentioned that somebody from the Foundation drops by pretty frequently. Well, you see, there's a perfectly reasonable explanation for that. I've really done it now. Tio is no doubt angry with me. But how can she expect me to leave a child like her on her own devices in a city like this? Your behavior is suspicious, Chief. What? What could you possibly mean? Please refrain from secretly leaving new equipment for me at different locations. I'm not trying to participate in a scavenger hunt. I see your point. And I'm terribly sorry for all this, truly. Please don't be upset with me. Hey, Phoenix Unicorn. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. It is precisely your behavior at times like this that upsets me, Chief. You're right, I understand. Aren't you being too harsh, Tio? I'm unable to help it. I'm irritated beyond comprehension. Okay, so we should be able to finish that request pretty soon. So we'll go ahead and get the other two library books first. Okay, so now we just need to get the book back from these apartments. Excuse me, Mrs. Seeker, do you have a moment? Oh yes, how may I help you? We're here because of a support request we received from the city's library. Are you borrowing any books for the library that you've yet to return? Oh, I am. I completely forgot. Oh dear, I'm afraid this book is long overdue by now, isn't it? It appears she had a mere lapse in memory. I suppose I'm becoming more forgetful with age. I'm sure Noelle wouldn't let me hear the end of this if she found out. Anyway, please wait here for a moment while I get it for you. This should be the one. Mark and the Witch Part 1. Interesting. Oh, this book. Yes, actually, it's one of the most popular fairy tales at the library. Whenever my neighbor Serena goes to work, she always asks me if I can watch her little brother, Yugot. So I thought that it might be fun to read the books together, which led me to this one. I'm glad he was so taken in by it. Oh, really? Well, thank you so very much for your cooperation, ma'am. Oh, not at all. The pleasure was mine. Believe me, I'll make sure to return my books on time from now on. Okay, so now I just need West Street. Alright, Belheim Apartments. Hey there, Pansy. Is your dad working today? Oh, you're Wendy's friend, aren't you? Did you need something? Yeah, actually I wanted to ask your dad a quick question if he's around, but it doesn't look like he is. Oh, Dad, he's on a business trip. He won't be back for another 2 months. Sounds like we're out of luck then. Yeah, I'm not about to start going through his stuff without permission. Are you guys looking for something? Yeah, we're here to retrieve a book your father borrowed from the library. Do you recall him making any mention of it? Is it the one I'm reading right now? Mind if I take a look at it? I can check to see who it is. See if it is. It's got a stamp from the library. That's probably the one. Oh, phooey. Seriously, Dad, I can't believe you leave on a business trip without returning your book. Sorry about that. Do you mind taking the book back in for me? Are you sure? Didn't you say you were in the middle of reading it? I believe you can apply for an extension at the library's front desk. No, it's okay. I was kind of just looking through it. It's actually pretty boring. I mean, did you even read the title? Let's see. Train Fanatic Rex. Yep, that definitely sounds like some niche literature to me. I bet Dad borrowed it to try and get me interested in becoming a railway engineer. I'm not going to fall for his tricks that easily. No siree. So yeah, feel free to return it for me. Sure thing. Thanks for helping us out. Alright, so now we have all 3 books. you're back. Were you able to collect all the overdue books? Sure did. Here you are. Great, looks like you managed to collect all 3 of them in one piece. Thanks again. I'm glad I have a group of reliable folks like you to count on. We're quite happy to hear that. I believe this completes your request. It sure does, Tio. Thank you so much. I might just have to reach out to you guys again in the future. Anytime. We're always happy to help. Okay, so now we need to go do the bakery's request and get the ingredients. But while we do that, we can also get the sepith we need for the IBC. Okay, I think it's the other way we have to go now. Mr. K, hey, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. How's your Saturday? Welcome in, guys. We are working on Chapter 1 of Trails from Zero. How are you doing? Damn, if that ain't our luck. You got any idea when the next one's coming? I think it shouldn't be too long of a wait. According to the schedule here, the next bus will depart in approximately 2 hours. 2 hours? Seems like you were a little off on the mark there, Lloyd. Well, that's just great. I was hoping we can make it to the hospital later today, but so much for that. I guess we could start an investigation somewhere else for today, but honestly, I'd rather not. Neither would I. We'd only just decided on how to proceed, too. Given the circumstances, could we not simply walk to Armorica Village? Waiting for food to be delivered because I haven't had lunch yet. I haven't had lunch yet either. I'm ending stream in an hour. So you're streaming in 30 minutes. Okay, cool. So when I end stream, if you're still streaming, I'll just raid you. I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. It's been a good Saturday so far. Tio? Whoa there, you can't be serious. Judging by the distance shown on the map, I would estimate that it would take approximately 1.5 hours to walk there. Conversely, sitting and waiting for the next bus will see there 2.5 hours. As such, would it not be more sufficient of us to walk to Armorica? That's true. It would make more sense to walk there. When you spell it out like that, it certainly does make sense. I've actually heard stories of how beautiful the countryside is along the road. Perhaps it'd be more enjoyable if we think of it as a fun little hiking trip, right?
おいおい
Of course, you're welcome.
たちあんなこと言ってるぞ
どう考えても
It's painfully obvious they'd never trekked the highway by foot.
どうしたの二人とも。
What are you two whispering about? Oh, nothing really. You know, monsters tend to roam around the highways. Are you two okay with that? I hadn't thought of that. We've ventured into the geofront, though, so I think we'd be fine if we run into a few monsters here and there.
それに。
Additionally, I still need to accumulate more combat data for my orbital staff. I actually prefer some additional combat experience. Alright, you've convinced me. Let's walk then.
そうしましょう。
Right, we should get going.
ちょっとだけ楽しみ。
I'm actually looking forward to this a little
こんな
now.
ことなら。
Had I known this would happen, I would have prepared us lunch. We could have had a cute countryside picnic on the way.
確かに。
That is true. We should arrive at the village by noon, perhaps. We could have lunch there once we arrive.
二人がへばった
Hey Randy, it's up to us to protect them if they get worn out on the way there.
へい
Don't worry, I got this, man. Okay, don't count the ladies out. They're pretty tough, especially Tio. Okay, so we should work on getting the ingredients for that one request for the bakery, and also we should try to get the Sepith as well for the IBC.
敵接近。狙い撃つわ。
任せてくれえいっや
さてと。そこ。行きます。
行くぜまこんなもんかね
えいっとえいっと
よっしゃ畳みかけるぞ
了解です。
チャンスだよし畳みかけるぞ
わかったわ。
よし上出来だよしやったぞ
Guess we can also do a little bit of grinding while we're here too. Probably wouldn't hurt. Mr. K, what are you streaming? You remember what happened when you didn't kill that one rat in Cold Steel? Don't let that happen here. I know, right? I'll try not to. Final Fantasy 16, that's so awesome. I'll definitely watch for a little bit then. I actually just finished 16 about a month ago. I finished that in the DLC and I loved it. I love that game so much. I'll go back and do New Game Plus eventually and do Final Fantasy mode.
こんなもんかね
Oh, that's awesome. Okay. I'll stream it eventually, but I want to stream all the older Final Fantasies first. So I'm kind of going in order. I'm on. I finished 1 and 2. I'm currently on 3 in streams right now. Oh yeah, definitely. I definitely want to play Rebirth. I cannot wait. I probably won't stream Rebirth when it comes out because I'll want to. I want to just play it for myself for now. But I'm pretty excited about it. I was playing last night. Okay, so I'm super excited to play Persona 3 Reload because it's the only Persona game I haven't finished. And I have the portable version. I have the PS4 version of Persona 3 Portable, but I really want to play Persona 3 Reload, but I don't have the money for it right now. So I was sitting there, I was like, is there any possible way I could play this at all right now? So I actually went on my PC, my laptop, and downloaded the Xbox app, and I got the Ultimate Game Pass for PC, paid $1 for 2 weeks, the 2-week trial, and I started playing it last night, and I love it. Because I was like, I need to play this at least a little bit somehow. Because, I mean, it's hard just to, like, fork out $70. But, because the 2 games that I wanted this month were Rebirth. It was Rebirth and Persona 3 Reload. And I was like, which one would I rather have this month? And obviously I want to get Rebirth, so I'm saving up for Rebirth. But Reload is like so amazing. I think I'll try to get the PS5 version though. You'll get to that game eventually. I love the Persona games. They're just so good. I'm playing through Persona 5 Strikers right now in my own time. enemies aren't too difficult, so I'm not even like really having to even employ any type of strategy when fighting them, so it's not that big of a deal. Tekken 8, okay, I love Tekken as well. That's one of my favorite fighting series. That and Mortal Kombat. I've always loved those. Street Fighter was okay, but I always enjoyed Tekken more than Street Fighter. Oh yeah, I saw that at the State of Play the other day. So, Stellar Blade. I think the only things I was like really excited about at State of Play the other day was Stellar Blade and Dragon's Dogma 2. Well, I can't say that. I also want to play Silent Hill 2. I had to think about what it was for a second. I really want to play Silent Hill 2 as well. RPGs and horror games are like my two favorite genres.
行きます。そこです。
行くぜ。任せろ。
Yeah, RPG is definitely my favorite. I will literally try any RPG. And there's usually not an RPG that I absolutely can't stand. I for the most part, am pretty tolerant when it comes to any RPGs at all. I just love a really good story, and I love a really good combat system. You give me those, and I'll pretty much play anything.
こんなもんかね。
みんな、チャンスよ。OK です。さてと。
チャンスだ。
I don't know, we may already have enough monster eggs and stuff now.
よし、上出来だ。
We definitely have enough Sepith. Okay, we have the 6 monster eggs, so that's all we need for those. I can't think of what else we needed. I'm pretty sure it was like a type of fish, which obviously I don't have yet. actually read an interview the other day that said we're actually about 70% of the way through the Trails story. So they said once the new Trails game comes out in Japan this year, the story for all of Trails is going to be 90% completed. It's crazy to think because, yeah, they're trying to finish it as fast as possible to work on other IPs, but they still have Trails Through Daybreak, which comes out I think September of this year in the US. And then you have the sequel to that game, and then you have the one that comes out in Japan this year. So we've still got a couple of localizations before that, and I really think that they're going to bring the Trails in the Sky series. I think they're going to bring those and remaster those and put them on modern consoles. I guarantee it. I don't know if they're going to have them all separately, or if they're going to bundle them all together. I wish they would bundle them and just make them like a higher price, because paying $40 to $50 for each one is kind of just, I just don't think they should do that. But Trails from Zero and Trails to Azure were both $50 each. So I guess we'll just see what they do, but I definitely think they're going to port over those three games. Some people wouldn't have the space, probably not. Yeah, that's true. It's a nice thought to think that, you know, for $70, $80 you could get all three of them bundled together. That would be great. I would love that. I wish more people would play Trails. If we had like a higher number of copies sold, because I think currently worldwide, we're at like 7 million copies for the entire Trail series. So if we sold more copies and, you know, and got more people into the series, then they would definitely localize faster, I believe. Yeah, East is also a big focus of theirs. East 10 just came out last September in Japan, so I'm sure we'll probably get it this year or next year. We've already gained a couple of levels coming through here, so we're doing pretty well. So my plan is to play, what I want to do is I want to go through Trails from Zero, then Trails to Azure, and then play all of Cold Steel, Trails into Reverie, and then Daybreak. Basically, I'm going to do Trails to the Sky last. Cold Steel games especially have really good story to them. Trails in general is just amazing.
よし
はい
任せろ。
任せてはいへい
How many streams do you think it would take to finish the first Dragon Quest?
行くぞ。
なんとかなったわね
とっとと終わらせるぞ。俺の番だな。はっ。
俺の番だな。えいっや。
さてとはいさてとへい
よし。えいっや。
行きますへい
行くぜ。
俺の番だな。せいや。
私の番ねはい行きますデータ収集終了しました敵集団との戦闘を開始さてとた
任せてくれ。やっはっ。
さてと
Also, Will, I did go ahead. I recorded 2 videos this morning. One for Little Witch Nobita. That one comes out Tuesday on the YouTube channel. And I also done a first impressions review for Cry Machina, which is a sci-fi action RPG from NIS America. That one actually came out today. So if you want to check those out. Both very good games. I really liked Little Witch Nobita. I think that could be a stream game eventually. It seems really fun. I just like Souls-likes. Souls games, Souls-likes in general, I just love them. I'm very excited for them to,
任せてそこ
I know they've announced the Elden Ring DLC, but I need to know when it's coming out because I want to play it so bad.
ここだ。一気にボコンぞ。
オッケーです
了解。
おっしゃ。いい感じだぜ。
敵接近狙い撃つわ
俺の番だな。
ええそこ行きますそこです
行くぜ。はっ。
任せてくれ。せいはっ。
私の番ねよかった
Looks like we've hit a fork in the road. I'm pretty sure we have to go north in order to reach Armorica Village. Yep, the road on the left will take us there.
これは思った以上に大
This
変だったわね
is a lot tougher than I thought it'd be. Agreed. I did not anticipate how strenuous of a hike it was. These monsters roaming around the highway aren't helping either. You two look like you're about to pass out.
ちょっと休んでいくかよ。
Okay. Thanks so much for stopping by. We'll definitely raid you after the stream, and I'll come watch you play Final Fantasy 16. Have a good stream. Sounds like it's about time we took a breather. What do you say, ladies?
私はなん
No, I think I'll be okay.
ティオちゃんの方はどう
What about you, Tio?
血抜けた
As much as I would love to admit defeat right about now, I was the one who suggested we walk, so I must persevere.
そうか。
Well, as long as you're okay with it.
まあ我慢できないようだったら。
Just remember that if you can't take much more of this, you can always ask good old Randy for a piggyback ride. Or would you rather ride on my shoulders? Pass. I do not wish to be treated like a child. Furthermore, I doubt you would be satisfied with someone of my stature riding your back if I am not mistaken. Hey, true enough. I'd rather have a chick with a Wait a sec. Don't make me have to be some weirdo. I was just trying to be nice. She got you hook, line, and sinker, Randy. Anyway, let's keep moving. I'd be surprised if we didn't run into more monsters, so we should take it slow and steady. Don't be afraid to let us know if you need a break, Tio, alright? Roger. Alright, so Armorica Village should be up here. What are these things? Little turnips? Very weak turnips, it looks like. Very odd. They're the fuckers Peach digs up and smash. Give them a good whack. Yeah, definitely. Melee attacks seem to not do very well against them, though.
先生可能始めましょうさてと敵集団撃破しました行くぞみんなはい
It's like a very long way to this village.
データ収集を開始します。私の番です。
Really good for grinding though. I've pretty much fought every single battle that we could take on.
私の番です。任せて。
任せろ。はっ。よし。えいっと。俺の番だな。せっりゃ。
任せて。そこ。行きます。そこです。
よっしゃ。おととい来やがれ。よっしゃ。えいっや。やっや。かかってきやがれ。
任せて。そこ。
任せてくれ。やっはっ。
はい。えい。
よっしゃ。俺の番だな。せっはっ。
任せて。そこ。さてとそこです。
行くぜ。任せてくれ。せっはっ。
私の番ね。行きます。
行くぜ。
Okay, so a couple of these enemies are going to be a little bit harder to kill now.
任せてくれ。まだまだ。
It fled? Are you serious?
せっりゃ。とっとと終わらせるぞ。よし。やっと。俺の番だな。
はい。そこです。さてとそこです。
Oh, so they self-destruct. Okay, so I need to kill them with magic then.
やあ。
任せてくれ。
私の番ね。
おっしゃ。
行きます。ドライブ開始。やあ。
それ。よし。もう大丈夫だ。
That would have been helpful if I had moved my characters out of the way and used magic, but I didn't do that. There's cooking spray on the ground. Who leaves cooking spray?
負けられない。行くぞ。こいつはどうだい。はあ。クリムゾンゲーム。行くぞ。せっりゃ。
私の番ね。私の番です。
always flee before I could kill them. Using the secret Joestar technique.
私の番ですタ
よっしゃ
How would I look it up? I mean, there might be one, but how would I look that up? Like, what keywords? Okay, I'll try to look that up and see if I can add it. There's a panda! And sunflowers. Very odd combination of enemies. Kill the endangered species. Kill them all in one fell swoop. I always get so excited when that comes up with the Team Rush chance. God, we've gained like 4 levels just grinding it out on this road here. Not even made it to the freaking village yet. How about we take a break here? We can even admire the view while we catch our breath. Sound good? Yes, I could definitely use a break. To be honest, that would be ideal. Sounds like a plan. I'm always game to kit back and take a load off. nice breeze. I finally feel like I've caught my breath. Me too. Though at this rate, I'm likely to fall asleep. Huh. I know how you feel. This really is a great view of the countryside, isn't it? It almost feels like as if we're taken straight out of a fairy tale. I try to talk too fast. For real, all the old ruins scattered around really add to the vibe. I bet history buffs would have had a field day here. Indeed, I believe most of them were built during the Middle Ages and have sat untouched since then. Come to think of it, I recall being told this whole area was once served as a massive battlefield. A battlefield? Here? Yes, the result of many wars between Erebony and Caliber. I've heard the ancient battlefield is nearby as well. The ancient battlefield? Sounds pretty interesting. We don't come here too often. You guys want to go check it out? Now's really not the time, given we've already behind on schedule. Yeah, we'll have to leave that for another day. Randy, please do not try to rope us into your slacking. Hey, what's the matter with you guys? You're all too young to have no sense of adventure. I've heard Crossbellans never left the city, but I didn't really believe it until now. You're telling me you seriously never got the itch to just go out there and spread your wings at the great outdoors? Not really. People who grow up in the city usually don't feel the need to go anywhere else. Almost everything you could ever want is right there anyway. Crossbell has always been a trade city, so for the most part we had access to any goods we might need. Further, most international travel these days is done by airship or train, and recently cars and orbital buses are available to take us wherever we need. Honestly, it's been quite some time since I've walked this far. Though I was not raised in Crossbell, I can certainly relate. I was living in one of the Foundation research labs for the past few months, so it's been some time since I last walked this much. Modern conveniences really are turning us into a bunch of lazy bums, huh? You, on the other hand, Lloyd, you look like you've got plenty of energy to spare. Well, I owe that to the police academy's survival and fitness training. Still, my stamina doesn't really hold a candle to yours, Randy. All that training with the CGF must have really paid off. You haven't even broken a sweat yet. Probably just used to running everywhere. Oh hey, look like it's back. That must be the bus making its return trip to the city. For a moment I was sorely tempted to stop the driver so I could go back home. If you did that, then we'd have walked all this way for nothing. Come on guys, we're in the final stretch now. Just a little bit more and we'll be at the village. I hope so. Fine. Let's get this show on the road, ladies. I believe in you. Now see if I can kill this frog before it runs away. Finally! He was looking at you like, that all you got? That's true. He was mean mugging me hard.
俺の番だなよしやっやっ
私の番です。そこです。
よしセット
さてと。
Why are you gonna go deaf before chapter 2?
任せろよしセット
任せて。そこ。はい、そこです。
任せろ
Wait, are you talking about you or one of the characters?
やっとさあかかってこい任せてくれやっやっ
Oh, okay. That'd be sad, wouldn't it? It's like, Lloyd. Lloyd.
俺の番だな
Why can't he hear me?
任せてくれせっやっ
私の番か。はい。行きます。
行くぞせっやっ
さてと。
Then he gets poisoned on top of that. Not a good day for him. I know.
はい。
He's not having a good day at all.
撃破しました。 みんなチャンスよ。
We have ambushed the sunflowers.
えいやっ
行きます。へい。私の番ね。そこ。
ここださあ一気にボコるぞ おっしゃいい感じだぜ
みんなチャンスよ。
あいか行くぞやっと
チャンスです。皆さんお願いします。
了解
そこです。これで一安心です。 敵接近狙い撃つわ。
よしこいつはどうだいはあクリムゾンゲーム 俺の番だな
Yeah, we burned the frog. They'll turn into frog legs.
私の番ね。行きます。任せて。なんとかなったわね。
It could have ran away, but it didn't.
せいとせい
Okay, so I think the next screen is Armorica Village. So I think we're probably going to go ahead and stop here before we get into any kind of like long scenes or anything. I had to check to see if it was a mimic. Okay, so Will, what do you think we should do this coming week? So I want to stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I was thinking about going ahead and starting Dragon Quest on Monday. So how many streams do you think it would take to finish Dragon Quest? Do you think it would take all 6 hours across all 3 streams to finish Dragon Quest? Okay, yeah, I wouldn't know where to go or what to do. It's my first time playing it, so it'll probably take at least 3 streams. Okay, that's fine. That's about 6 hours worth. So I mean, we should be able to finish it in this week. So Monday, guys, Monday, Wednesday, Friday this week, we're going to be playing the original Dragon Quest, and then the next week we're going to go back. Besides, final boss is going to be a pain if you don't have the second healing spell. Oh, I guess that's true. I want to have that, so... Okay, so we will start Dragon Quest on Monday. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we'll go ahead and do Dragon Quest. And then the next week, we're going to do Final Fantasy. And then the week... Yeah, the next week we'll have 2 streams that are Final Fantasy, and then 1 stream is going to be our anniversary stream. So if you guys have any ideas of what games we should stream or any type of events we should do, it's going to be like a 5 to 6 hour stream, and we're going to do some giveaways. We're going to play some Jackbox games. We're going to play some Mario Kart. Just a few different multiplayer games that everybody can jump in and play, because you know we are celebrating 3 years of me being Twitch affiliate, so that's pretty big, guys. It's actually my first stream anniversary that I've celebrated. So the 17th we're going to do the stream anniversary for the 3 years, and we're gonna play a lot of fun games with everybody on stream, and yeah, it'll be a fun time. But, so next week, or this coming week, we'll do Dragon Quest, and then go back to Final Fantasy 3. And then, once that week is over, we will come back to Trails from Zero. So that's going to be our rotation for now. I'm still trying to decide if I want to do 3 to 4 games. I think 3 is good for now, but having a different game to do each week for 2 or 3 streams, I think is okay. I mean, I guess it all just depends. Like, you guys can help me out making that decision. I don't mind doing 4 different games, because right now we're doing 3. So that's something that I'm be thinking about doing. But that's the end of the stream, guys. We're gonna go ahead and raid Mr. K, who is playing Final Fantasy 16. So let me go ahead and get that set up. So I want to thank you guys for coming out to the stream, and I will see you guys Monday at 6.